A viewer asked me a very good question on Instagram. He said, Zeke, does a girl's virginity matter if she got raped? If she got taken advantage of in the bedroom? If she got forced into doing the bedroom action against her will, against her consent? You know, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? I'm trying to censor myself, at least for the first 30 seconds, so that YouTube algorithm doesn't strike my video down, because that's how YouTube algorithm works. The earlier in the video is very sensitive on the words I say. But you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Especially the first 30 seconds is very important when it comes to your word selection. If you use cursed words, you use triggering words like the one I'm saying right now, the issue we're talking about, then YouTube algorithm's gonna pick it up real quick, way quicker than if you cursed or used triggering words later in the video. That's why you see me curse so much more later in my videos than I do earlier in my videos. Anyway, that was just a side note for those of you guys who don't know how the algorithm works. Well, it changes all the time, but right now that's how it works. I figured that out. Anyways, so this was a very good question. Why? Because this is a very, very, very important topic to talk about. Virginity in general, right? And on top of that, whenever we hear certain things like this from women, oh, I was forced into doing the thing, I was a victim, automatically, without our conscious mind knowing that this is happening, a conundrum starts to play inside of us. We start battling within ourselves. Man, she's so great. She was a victim of this situation, but for some weird reason, you still feel some kind of way, and you don't know what to do about it. At the same time, you tell yourself, man, I don't want to feel like an a-hole if I just tell her, no, it's not going to work out, when she was a victim. So that's why I'm here to break this situation down to you guys, okay? He sent a long message, but that was the main story. He asked me, hey, Zeke, he pretty much just said that a lot of girls try to shame him into accepting the fact that a virginity shouldn't matter because some women get raped, because some women get taken advantage of. And that's why altogether that question of virginity should not matter, just because some women get taken advantage of. I know what you guys are thinking. I know this is the dumbest thing you've ever heard. The dumbest crap. Yes, I know. But before I dissect that situation, fellas, add your boy on Instagram, damn it. Follow me on Instagram, fellas, at Zeekpeak. Ask me questions there, all right? I might not get to it in a timely manner. It might take me a long time to get to it, but I'll try my best to get to all your messages. I get a lot of messages, a lot of DMs. So, after that point, what I want to make is, I want you guys to understand this, and understand this very clearly. Get it through your thick skull, fellas. And this is going to be a very important point for the rest of the video. And that is, there are 4 billion women on this planet. And all you need is one woman, only one, who's going to get along with your program, not 100% of it, all right? She doesn't need to follow every single one of your small rules, small guidelines, whatever. You're going to go, bro? All she needs to do is follow your major guidelines, your major rules that you have for her, your rules that are not compromisable, things that are make it or break it for you. That's all she has to comply with. You just need to find one woman who looks decent and who complies with your major rules. That's all you need. And you're telling me you can't find 1 out of 4 billion women on this planet? I can't believe that. See, what's happening is most likely you guys are not improving yourself. Most likely you guys are not going out and putting yourself out there to get choosing signals from women, to cold approach after you have built yourself up. And I talked about this before you start coming at me. Oh, he's talking about cold approaching. I talked about this before where I said, yes, I agree with cold approaching if, bro, what the hell's going on with you, man? If you have your stuff together, and then you start going out cold approaching to build your roster, to have women coming into you on a consistent basis, and then you're gonna start getting choosing signals, and you're gonna get more comfortable. If you're not comfortable talking to women at all, yes, I advocate going up to cold approaching, because it's gonna build your foundation. It's gonna get you some game. It's gonna give you some knowledge of talking to women. You're not gonna think that women are just some fairy tale crap bullshit where they're so mysterious. No, they're not. They bleed the same color blood that we do. Their shit smells just as bad as ours, if not more, for the most part. So that's gonna clear all of that up. That's why I advocate cold approaching. But to answer that question, fellas, or before I answer that question, yes, you have to understand that there's so many of them out there. So all you need is one. And that's what you need to be thinking every time you hear women say things like this. Oh, this shouldn't matter because of that. That shouldn't matter because of this. Whatever crap they throw at you. You know, a good rule of thumb is every time you feel some kind of way after a woman says something to you, it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't click with you. You just have a gut feeling that, no, this is not right. Chances are your gut feeling is right. Chances are this woman is trying to manipulate you. Why do I always tell you guys to think the negative first? Because it keeps your guards up. In today's dating market, that's the best protection you're going to have. Not before it's too late. When it's too late, man, it's harder to come back from a bad situation than it is to put yourself in that situation in the first place. That's why I always try to arm you guys up. That's why you always need to have your antenna up, your guards up, so that you see these red flags right in front of your eyes. Now, to answer the actual question, that's literally me saying that, okay, as a broke guy, overweight guy, a guy who has nothing going on for himself, no ambition, no leadership role, just complete beta as hell, it shouldn't matter, or none of that should matter when a woman is selecting me. All that should matter is how good of a person I am, deep down. What? Are you stupid? You got to be some special kind of stupid as a woman if you accept a guy like that who has nothing going on for himself, and he doesn't want to improve himself either. You got to be out of your damn mind, ladies, if you think like that. Same thing with guys. Just because, and that goes for all guys, if you think that all guys should be accepted by all women just because he is a good person, he has a good heart, and he cannot be judged based upon any of his accomplishment in his life. It shouldn't be like that at all. That is utter BS. We know that. Women know that. Everybody knows that. So if it goes for men, why wouldn't it go for women? Why would I accept all women who's not a virgin just because a select few of them are not virgins because of their past traumatic experience? You're trying to normalize something that is absolutely horrible for men to accept. Marrying a non-virgin woman is going to completely turn your world upside down. And the biggest reason behind that is because she's always going to have somebody to compare you with. I talked about this before in my other virginity videos. I made a few of them. That's going to be the number one reason, is because she's always going to compare you with somebody. And if you haven't noticed, ladies and gentlemen both, if you already haven't noticed, when you take a girl's virginity, that girl takes a lot longer to get over you than a girl who you just smashed, I don't know, after her smashing 10 other guys. You are her 11th body count, or 7th body count, or even 3rd body count. That girl's gonna get over you much quicker than a girl who lost her virginity to you. Because it's imprinting. You're imprinting on her. You left a mark on yourself on her. Your lingo rubbed off on her. Your lifestyle rubbed off on her. You'll always notice when you take a girl's virginity, she starts talking like you. She starts thinking like you. She starts listening to the same type of music that you do. She starts liking the same type of food that you do. Starts going to the same type of places that you do. If you like to work out, she starts to work out herself. You completely change a woman's world upside down when you take her virginity. It's not the same way how we men work. I didn't make us. God did. Or whatever God you believe in, whatever evolution you believe in. So I'm just the messenger. If you want to be angry at that, Go get angry at God. Go ask him this question. Why is it like that, that when a man loses his virginity, it's not that big of a deal to him, but when a woman loses her virginity, it's such a big deal to her? And you'd be a lying piece of shit, ladies, if you came in here and told me that that's not the case. If you came in here and told me, oh no, I feel the exact same way about men as I did when I first lost my virginity. I feel the exact same way after sleeping with 10 other guys about sex when I did when I lost my virginity. No, you don't. We all know this. Every single guy who has been laid in his lifetime, at least for one time, knows this. And on top of that, another reason I tell you guys is that you're always going to tell yourself in the back of your head that, man, I don't know what kind of past she had. I don't know who she been with. I don't know what kind of dirty, nasty things she did. And that's who I married? Ugh. Especially if you have red pill knowledge. You cannot ever accept a woman who's not a virgin. You always, every night before you go to bed, you're going to have this roaming around in the back of your head. And ladies, you're not going to understand this. Why does my man think like that about me? You're not going to understand like this. You are not a man. Your biological hardwiring, your brain hardwiring is not the same as us. So don't even come in here with your shaming tactics and the same nonsense comments that I see you guys leave. It doesn't affect me at all. It doesn't affect my viewers at all. We believe what we believe in. We know ourselves, we believe in ourselves, and we believe in the lifestyle we chose. So when you trust yourself, when you know yourself, and when you're that true to yourself, you're not going to be able to shake us from our ground. So you're just wasting your time, ladies. Hey, but feel free to leave comments in my comment section, though. Hey, you're helping the algorithm out, man. You're helping my videos out to reach to more people. Hey, ladies, hell yeah. Start talking all kind of shit to me. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Y'all been talking shit to me for almost a year now, right? Do you see me change at all in any of my videos? No. I'm the same arrogant asshole in pretty much every single video. So that should answer all your question about wanting to change me. Because I already know a lot of you chicks out here who watch me. Because I know chicks out there watching me. I know that. Hey, man, you guys are reaching out to me. It's okay. Your secrets are safe with me, though. A lot of you chicks are watching me thinking, oh, I'm going to change him. I'm going to change his mind. Let me fire this comment away on his comment section. I don't even read that bullshit. Yes. Breaking news, ladies. I honestly don't even read that shit. I don't have time for that. Anyways. So, and another reason why virginity matters that much is because instinctively, that's not even a word. What the hell, Zeke? That's an L. I'm going to take an L on that one. Instantly, what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that biologically, men are hardwired to seek out for and feel a special kind of way about a woman who's not a virgin. Or, sorry, who is a virgin. We just feel that, oh man, I gotta have this chick. She's the best thing since sliced bread. Just because she's a virgin. Doesn't matter if she looks like a 6 versus this dime who's throwing herself at me, but she's not a virgin. This 6 who's playing hard to get, who's a virgin, is not even giving me the time of the day. But this dime, she's throwing herself at me, but she's not a virgin. I know she's a hoe. I know her past. Instinctively, I'm just going to stop trying to say that word. Biologically, we're always going to be more attracted to that woman who's a 6 and is a virgin. Virginity is just something we just can't turn our attraction off towards. That's just... Again, I didn't make us. I'm just telling you guys how we think. So now you know. And if you're a guy who's watching this and disagreeing with me, go suck a dick. I hate guys when they come in here and literally try to argue with me about the most basic male nature points that I make. You damn well know what I'm saying is the truth. But you're so oblivious to it, either that or you're just straight up lying to yourself, or you're just trying to simp. It's most likely you're just trying to simp and white knight for these women just because you get a sniff of their nasty ass ran through raccoon smelling ass like vagina. That's what you were doing. I get no respect for those type of people who are not true to themselves, who just sell themselves just to get some pussy. That's disgusting. Anyways, so these are the things that are going on in a man's mind where virginity matters regardless. And now this is a very, very, very important point of the video where I talk about these type of women who have been taken advantage of and who have lost their virginity against their will. What do you think their mental state is like? Ask yourself that question. How damaged do you think these women are? How many daddy issues do you think how much daddy issues do you think these women have? Just ask yourself that question. And this takes me back to my very first point, which is what? Which is there's 4 billion women on this planet. So why in the hell would you waste your time trying to decide if you should give this damaged mentality, mindset having ass hoe who's been taken advantage of and did things against her will and try to make things work with her and waste all your energy and effort and resources into her when there's 4 billion other women who are much, much, much better than her, who come with no baggage. Not 4 billion other women. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Where there's so many other women out there. And you guys might think that, oh, that's not the case because all you see is nothing but trash around you, especially if you're from the Western society. Yes, I know. Western society women are nothing but trash. I know that. Majority of them. Vast majority of them. But that's why you need to go out. That's why you need to explore life. Explore the world. You think just your small town with 500 or 5,000 people is all this world have to offer? Hell no, dude. Get your passport ready and get the hell out. Go travel. But to do that, you need to stack up your cash. Which brings back to my channel's original message. Self-improvement. You can only live that type of lifestyle. You can only free yourself from all these narratives, all this norm, all this social bullshit, social propaganda crap, if you are living a life of freedom. Money doesn't make your life completely complete, but it sure does make a lot of your problems go away. It sure makes your life a hell lot easier to live. When you have money, you can easily go out and travel and have your freedom and taste your freedom. That's what I'm trying to say. These women are most likely cutting themselves. These women are most likely in therapy, going to get medications for their depressions, antidepressant pills and shit like that. And I've mentioned this in my other videos too, fellas. Unless a woman goes into a complete coma where her memory completely gets erased, she goes into a mental coma from a car accident or whatever. Unless she goes through that, she's always going to have that memory in the back of her head, regardless of how many therapy sessions she goes through, regardless of how many amazing, beautiful people comes into her life after that event happens to help her. She's going to be haunted by that for the rest of her life. Do you really want to put yourself in a life with somebody like that? Yeah, it's horrible what happened to her. I'm not ever justifying the act of rape by any means. It's horrible what happened to her, but how's that my problem? I got a life to live too, right? Why would I sacrifice my life for this human being who I don't even know? Women don't do that. You guys don't do that. You guys walk past a guy who's sitting on the side of the road holding up a sign, help me, and a pot next to him where you see chump changes where people are throwing money at him because he's begging for food money, begging for shelter money. You guys don't go past him and think to yourself, "Aw, poor man, let me go date him and change his life." You guys don't think that bullshit. So why would I think about, look at a girl who's been mentally damaged and think to myself, "Oh, poor girl, let me change her life"? What the fuck? See, it doesn't benefit the feminists when we men start thinking like this, when we men start spreading this type of message. This is why they try to shut us down. This is why they try to shut us up. And that's why you guys have to be smart, smarter than them. You have a brain, right? You got something in between your ears that you can use, right? Why do you need to look at the news, look at the media, and look at the social norm to decide what you should do with your life? You can decide it for your damn self. Is that media, social norm, and everybody else in your life paying your bills? Solving your problems in your life? No. They're not wasting their brain cells to solve your problems. Then why are you wasting your brain cells to accept what they're preaching? Why aren't you wasting your brain cells to accept your life's problems on your own damn terms? Why? God gave you 2 hands, right? You have 2 hands, right? Why don't you go use these 2 hands and work for what you want out of life? Yeah, it's not fair that we men have to work to make our place in this world and women just show up and shake their ass and get whatever they want. I know it's not fair, but neither is life. It's not fair to that girl either who got raped, is it now? But she has to live through that. So as men, we have to live through the choices we make too. Life is all about making choices and decisions. And every choice and decision has a pro and a con. So before you make it, make sure you value both sides. Follow me on Instagram at Zeekpeak. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and above all, stay classy.